But if you want to manifest real change in your SP, in your manifestation, whatever, you will never get it if you keep reverting back to shitty thoughts about them. You are the one who keeps choosing to keep repeating these negative thoughts. I was doing this to myself, but because I kept repeating it, I made it true. You can change all of that, but you 1000% can control whether you fit into them or not. Hey there, magical beings! Welcome to another episode of Magic Manifesting with Mia. It's your favorite spiritual manifestation coach, Mia. Spiritual meaning I use spirituality and witchcraft to help me manifest my dreams, and I can help you do that too. Using my unique approach towards spirituality and manifestation, I have manifested my ex-pack in 2 days, which you can find the free guide of it in the description below. Travel, money, celebrities, changes to a physical appearance, weight loss, and so much more. And I'm talking about all of it in a video form like this one, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any of those gems. But I am also offering one-on-one coaching, personalized affirmations, personalized subliminals, personalized meditations, personalized vision boards, and even personalized spell work and tarot readings. Everything will be linked down below. But let us get into today's videos. Well, it is videos because I'm batch recording, but it is a video now that you're watching. Anyway, you don't care about that. Point is, I do like expanding my horizons and watching motivational videos and all that jazz. And as I was watching them the other day, I came across something Leila Hormozi said. And she said, "Thoughts are just sentences in our mind." Now listen, I've heard lots of profound shit in my time, but this hit me like a train. Because that's literally all the thoughts are. They aren't divine truth, and they aren't written in the stars. They aren't etched in stone by some higher power. They are just sentences running through our minds, words, fragments. And yet, somehow, we let them run our lives. We treat them like they are law, like they're facts that we have no control over. But here's the reality. You don't have to listen to your thoughts. You don't. You really fucking don't. They are not the boss of you. And this is something I've talked about so many times, especially when it comes to manifesting my dream relationship. But it is worth repeating. Your thoughts are a choice. Most people don't realize that. Most people don't want to accept that. They think that just because a thought enters our mind, it must mean that it's important. But thoughts aren't proof of anything. They are just sentences that you've either heard, created, or repeated so much that they feel real. And what's wild is that we let these random sentences dictate our happiness, our success, our relationships, and our entire reality. We allow fleeting thoughts to keep us trapped in self-doubt, insecurity, and pain. And here's the worst part. So many of us are held back in life, not because of actual obstacles, but because of the thoughts that we choose to keep entertaining. And before anyone starts typing, "But Mia, I can't control my thoughts." Yeah, okay. Maybe you can't control what pops up in your mind at every moment, but you 1000% can control whether you fit into them or not. Let me be real with you. I have fed my negative thoughts like they were starving stray cats. I have nurtured them, cared for them, raised them into full-grown, all-consuming monsters, all under the guise of manifestation. There was a time where I wanted an apology from my SP. I kept visualizing. I focused on the wish fulfilled, him saying the words that I wanted to hear. But here's where I messed up. As I was visualizing, hearing his voice in my mind, I kept getting reminded of what he did to me. of the hurt, the betrayal, the disappointment. I started replaying those moments over and over in my head, and instead of feeling like I already had received the apology, I just felt the anger and pain all over again. And here's the thing, you can feel as betrayed as you want, you can feel as angry as you want. Your emotions are valid, but if you want to manifest real change in your SP, in your manifestation, whatever, you will never get it if you keep reverting back to shitty thoughts about them. Because guess what? Your thoughts become your assumptions, and your assumptions manifest. You cannot be thinking, he's such an asshole, he'll never change, he doesn't care about me, and then expect him, if we're talking about SP, to show up in your reality as a different version of them. That's not how it works, bestie. If you keep assuming the worst, you'll keep getting the worst. It's really that simple. I get it. Sometimes thoughts pop up uninvited, but I will absolutely hold you accountable for whether you let them stay. I held myself accountable. And trust me, I am my own worst critic. I nitpick, I overanalyze, and I judge myself harshly. But that's also why I have been forced into a deep introspection that made me realize how much I was screwing myself over. And that's exactly what I'm here to do for you. At the end of the day, you are the one who keeps choosing to keep repeating these negative thoughts. You are the one giving them power. And before any of you say, Mia, you don't understand mental health, it's not that easy. Oh, I do. But I do. I have been there. 3 analyzing at times, the comfort eating, depression, for years and years. Therapist after therapist after therapist. I do. I fucking know how mental health works. I fucking know what it's like feeling like your brain is your worst fucking enemy. But at some point, I had to wake up and realize I was doing this to myself. I was choosing to keep repeating, I am unlovable. I deserve this pain. I will always be alone. No one actually wants to be around me. And you know what? There was no proof that any of this was actually true. But because I kept repeating it, I made it true. And because I made it my truth, I ended up manifesting all the bad shit unconsciously. Everything I'm telling you right now is based on my own personal experience. So when I tell you that you keep repeating, that you're choosing to keep repeating these thoughts, it's because I have been where you are, and I know exactly what it takes to get out of it. Think about it. If you constantly think, my SP is selfish and a cheater, what do you think you're gonna keep experiencing? That exact version of them. I don't care what the 3D has shown you. Your thoughts become your assumptions, and your assumptions manifest. And the craziest part? You could change all of that right now by deciding to think of them in a new light. But it's not just about SPs. Let's talk about money. If every time you think about money, your first thought is, I never have enough, guess what? You just locked in that assumption. So at the very least, stop feeding these thoughts. It takes accountability. And if you don't have that, you will stay trapped. Again, I'm not saying don't feel your feelings. We're human, we have emotions. But ask yourself, do you actually enjoy thinking thoughts that make you miserable? Do you really want to let your thoughts control you? Because thoughts are just thoughts. They only have the power that you give them. So if you can't replace them with good ones yet, at least burn the bad ones to the ground. Because at the end of the day, you are the only one that decides Will you let these emotions define you? Or will you throw them away and rewrite them to something better? It's your choice. Always.